So that's a piece that I learned way back when I was studying with Mike Ide, and it's from his Rock Guitar Styles book, which unfortunately is out of print now. And but that exercise really stuck with me. There's so much that you can learn from it. It's amazing. Of course, naturally, the idea of it is that we're creating a walking bass line. But the best way to look at it is if you look at it as if it's chord formations. And getting the fingering right is the critical part. So it's based off of F, this is an F blues, okay? And he's just using a shell voicing. So he's using the root, which he's playing on the 6th string 1st fret. So there's your F. And then he uses his middle finger also on 1st fret, but on 4th string. That gives me my flat 7, that's my E flat. And he uses his pinky to play the A on the G string, or the 2nd fret. So it's a 1, flat 7, 3. That's a shell voicing. And the big secret to this is getting this next voicing. Which what happens was the F, or the index finger, moves over to the location of where the middle finger was. So it moved from the F to the E flat, and we get rid of the 2nd finger completely, and we use the ring finger to reach over and grab the 3rd fret of the 6th string. And then the pinky, actually, all it had to do was slide up 1 fret, and it played B flat. Okay? So what I end up with here is really kind of like, you can think of this as an F9 sus4. Okay? So in other words, the G became the 9, the E flat stayed as the flat 7, and the A turned into the B flat, which would have been the sus4. And it's very critical that you use this correct fingering. Let's see if I can get right in on that. And then there, it's just chromatic progression. And when you get up here, you're actually back on your F7, except the 7 dropped out, but I got the 3 here. This is the root and the 5. So this is A, F, C. This is virtually just a chromatic passing thing here. I could almost look as this is a sharp 9, this is a flat 5 or sharp 11, and this is a major 7. And believe it or not, a major 7 can be an optional tension on a dominant 7th, especially if you're thinking bebop scales, right? So you get the flat 7 and the 7. Right, so that's a good thing to actually learn, to be able to do up and down. So I'm going to walk through the progression real quick. And so it's a fast 4. So in other words, I've only got 1 bar of F. And then here, I virtually switched. So I'm now doing a B flat dominant 7th. Using exactly the same chord shapes. Then I took it up an octave from, so I'd gone up to an octave above. So there's my F7 again. Now right here I should have 2 bars of F7. So now I'm going to be 2 bars of B flat. F7. That's a little chromatic slip into the 6th. I was using the 1-6-2-5 turnarounds here. So there's the 6. There was a little chromatic passed into the 2. So I'm on G7, 5-7. Here's my C7. And it was so fun to do it again. So I got F, E flat, D, A flat, G, D flat, C, G flat, F. Right? So that's how you get that progression going. I always loved these things. Right? So it's a lot of fun sitting in there. So that's what you can do with it. But you know, there's a lot of other things you can do with that little chord idea. It's almost like a right. So right, or I might even start in the middle, right, and do it. Right. So a lot of fun you can have with that. So it's very worthwhile to check out. And there I played it all in just the chord shapes. So to actually get the independence going, I need to separate that thumb from the fingers. So I'm using a hybrid. I'm actually not even hybrid. I could be hybrid if I had a pick here. Then I'd be picking the bass. But I find the thumb gives me more of a bass sound than a pick. So but you can go either way. So sometimes some people think the pick pulls out the bass more, but I keep a dynamic level, so between the 2 points. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the constant pulse going with the thumb, and I'm going to randomly place in chord strikes. So it'll go like this. There's a nice 13th chord. It's the same exact one as this. It's so nice on those inside strings. So it's E flat, A, D, F. And that's what this is, E flat, A, D, F. And I guess if you wanted, you could throw the 9 on there. But anyways, that's another day when we start looking at 13ths and different dominant 7 voicings. But there you go. So that's one of my favorite things to play. And I can thank Mike Ide for teaching me that one. And I just wish his book would ever get back into print, because it was a fantastic one. His Country Guitar Styles book is still out, and his 333 book is still out. But boy, I sure do miss that Rock Guitar Styles. Would have been nice to see what it would look like today with some of the newer technology. All right, well, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe and hit the like.